So Auntie Kaelin taught us how to stop barking at the dinner table. That was amazing, even though I'm still giving her treats every 5 minutes.
It was
That's okay.
session ever. So basically, Chloe was constantly like barking when they were trying to eat dinner. And what were you doing? Were you feeding her table scraps?
I do feed her from the table. I am guilty. Yes,
I
I
am.
feed her from. Yeah, I fully feed her from the table.
I feed from the table too, but only if my dogs are polite begging. I feel like we could
Right.
jump right into talking about this because so many people ask about this. Like, because then I got a bunch of questions on like what amount of scraps is okay, what food you can give dogs. But
Yeah.
here's my philosophy training wise, and then we can jump into it on your side of it.
Okay.
So I love to give my dog table scraps, but I think that they shouldn't be bothering the meal. Like, I love having them sit just right next to me. They're patiently waiting. As long as they're not barking or jumping up to the table, then it's cool if they're sitting right there patiently waiting. But your problem was actually sitting there barking for me.
I mean, she's perfect, but yes, she was just barking, 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 barking for sure.
One issue. The most dog ever just did started dinner.
Right.
He directed her to her bed, and then when she was calm and quiet, then we rewarded her for that.
I'm always so amazed that redirecting her, like, I don't know what it is about her bed. If she just lays down, she doesn't bark. Like, she can't think to do two things at once,
Exactly.
which is, I don't know what that says about her or most dogs, but she just can't think to do the two at once. So if, like, she's calm and she's laying down, she's not barking.
Because
So,
putting that excess energy into her own self-control. That's
right.
why. That's why
Got it.
I love the go to your bed command. It's
I
the best.
love it. Yeah, but I'm bringing her bed to the table. But if she look, if she's this is a main tenet of training, right? It's if they're doing what you want them to do, then we're good, right? Like as long if she lays down right by my feet and she's quiet there and she's
Mhm.
just staring at me, I'm okay with that. So like I
Oh,
don't need to take the step further, right?
yeah, it's your preference.
Right.
Totally preference. It's yep. Some people don't want their dog even near the table, so then you
Yep.
have that is far away.
Right.
Your
Which I
is
think actually leads us into a first question. So I'm just learning how to do this, you guys. So can you
wait.
see
You didn't
that?
answer my part of the question.
I what?
You didn't answer my part of the question about
Oh,
what dog.
that sounds like me. So I'm a huge fan of fresh food. And I think that as long as you know your list of toxic things, then you pretty much know what you can give because the list of toxic things are pretty short. So I'll go over them definitely triple. I mean, it's always good to triple check before you feed anything, but obviously chocolate, although it does take a lot of chocolate, like a lot of milk chocolate, white chocolate really isn't dangerous at all. It's just a lot of sugar and can cause pancreatitis and be fatty and stuff like that, but it's not dangerous in the way that chocolate is dangerous. So chocolate, the darker the chocolate, the more dangerous. Macadamia nuts, grapes, raisins, onions, garlic, anything with xylitol in it, so Xylitol. It's an artificial sweetener that they use in everything now that can be very toxic in small amounts. So I would say those are the main things actually, as long as you're not feeding your dog any of that from the table. But usually, like if I had ribs tonight, so I will take off the sauce, like I'll rinse it off, or I'll just take it off and then I'll give it to her. Any like meats, I'll give her like a piece of yeah, chicken, turkey, beef, carrots, blueberries, watermelon. Those are all really great treats. So I'm a huge fan with supplementing fresh food in a dog's. So as long as you're not giving, yeah, grapes, raisins, onions, garlics, any sauces, like you don't want to, they have a very low sodium diet to begin with. They don't tolerate a ton of salt. So as long as you're not giving a lot of like flavoring, seasoning, stuff like that, I will just usually rinse it off if it's coming in my meal and then give it to her. So
That's great to know. I never wash the sauce off. So.
You, I mean, it's typically not harmful, but it just depends on also how sensitive your dog is. Like, will they get diarrhea or vomiting? Like Chloe doesn't have a sensitive stomach at all. So